Hello and welcome. How are you guys doing? It is officially Thanksgiving here in the United States, but it is Thursday everywhere else in the world. How are you doing? It is Live Tarot, it's Cards and Coffee, and I am live for a couple hours. Welcome, sit down, relax, take your feet, and kick those feet up. How are you doing? I have a couple of you guys queued in. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of the team. And happy Thanksgiving to all you guys out there. I'm grateful, and this officially is the 2-year mark of my channel. How crazy is that? So I'm free. Everything's free. The whole channel, everything's free today. You know, I'm not expecting you guys to do anything. We're just hanging out. We're just enjoying. So I'll be on here for a couple hours. I may even be back on here later tonight to continue this gratefulness quest. Really, I appreciate you guys. I really do. So that's why I'm here. So I'm going to cue you guys in as you come in, see what I can do to keep you going. But I'll be on here for a couple hours, and then I got to go hang out with some family, and I'll come back. So I'll probably be back on here later, being honest. And it's not about time, money. It's just about us and just appreciating the journey we've been on, saying, hey, wow, look back. And for me, it's 2 years. For you, it could just be, I don't know, maybe a couple lives, a couple videos. But Danny's up first. Danny, hey, why don't we pick a couple decks? That's going to be the rule of thumb here for today, at least for the going future, because I think I need it, and I think you enjoy it. I think we all enjoy it. And I was remembering this even yesterday when I read for myself. And I may do this on Members Only Monday. I might read like 21 cards. It's a 7x3 read, and it's something I used to do. It's not something new. It's actually something very original to the channel, and I might bring it back out on Monday, on Members Only Monday. So if you're a member, be sure to show up Monday and be part of that process, because it's going to be pretty interesting, I'm sure. Thank you guys for being here. And Danny, looking about Alex from the UK. Interested in me romantically, question mark. What are his current feelings toward me? I love the question. So Danny, why don't we pick 2 tarot decks? And yeah, I think we're always wondering this, right? Are they interested or not? And there's always that person. There's always the person that's building our, it's like we're in our own intuition classes. Yes. How many out there? Raise your hand, hit the thumbs up, be sure to like the channel, be sure to leave a comment below, let me know. But how many of you are going through this with your own life? You're in the, do they like me or don't they? Yes or no? It's very raw, beautiful. Am I falling in love? Is this really happening? Do I really feel what I think I feel? But we all go through that. Yes. Yeah, we all have the other person. And we're like, wait a minute. Very few of us have nobody. Very few of us have nobody in our lives. That's very lonely. And at the very least, you have me, and you feel you have me, because I want you to feel you have me. A blunt what's up? I don't know. I don't buy it. What I've been told, and Danny, this is for you. We have the person we want, the person that wants us, and the person that's meant for us. And then there's all these other periphery people that are way out there. That's literally what my guides have told me. My spirit guide has told me. Right? But think about it. The person you want, the person who wants you, and the person who's meant for you. And we want it to be the same person. And it's not always that way. And there's a reasoning behind that. Sometimes this fork, this road comes up, and it becomes the same person. It's a spiritual alignment. It's fascinating. Yeah, so pick 2 tarot decks, 1 through 6. Sorry, Danny. Getting a little sidetracked. I love these readings. I really do, because there's so much more to this. Because you feel it for a reason. That's why. You definitely feel it. It's not a mistake. It's not like the flirts are sparks. And that's the stage 1 of the relationship. If you haven't done so, take a look at the latest Cosmic Codex or Beyond the Veil. Because I talk about relationships. I talk about there's literal stages spiritually in how we look at relationships too. 3 and 6. So this is like my personal intuition deck. Oh my god. Intuition deck. And so what I was gonna say is when we dig, I will use the moon deck, which is the 6. So little slip there. So hopefully maybe this is from that other person. I don't know, maybe. Let's see. Maybe the slip wasn't a slip, right? All right, so what I'll do is I'll fire off 9, unless I have to stop and I catch something, you know. But I usually do this. See, Gemini lover, right there. Boom, emotions. We get it. Like that right there tells me that either you're a Gemini, there's Gemini energy, or there's a lover energy, or there's hidden lover energy, or it's like I want to rush in or go back to whatever it was. There's a piece of something. There's a spark, and you're like, I want to go back to that moment. Look at this. Look at this. Gemini on top of Gemini. Gemini lover. There's probably a Gemini on top of Gemini here. This is the exploration of something bigger. Is this meant for me? Is this meant for you? That's the question we're really asking. Is this meant for you? Okay. So this Gemini lover, this Gemini feeling, if you're chasing something, and it sucks to chase, it sucks to wonder, right? And this is the question. Why are we chasing? Why are we wondering? That means there's no cups here, and there are no cups. We're sitting there going, Hello. Hello. I like you. Do you like me? And that's what happens here. We sit there, we get into this wonder, we get into this moment of, I know my value. You know your value. I love this for you, by the way. You know your value. You know you're a catch. Like, you know you're worth it. They're not verifying or validating your worth. Something's missing here. So look, see, you're alone, but you know your value. This is your Akashic record. This is something you figured out lifetimes ago. It might have triggered in this lifetime a while ago, but you finally figured it out. Yes, you did. And so the only reason you're asking is saying, I know my value. Do they like me? Do they want me? If they're not going to make any move or any sign or any, it's not that they're not there. It's, are they going to answer the door spiritually? That's what we're getting into. Look at this. That right there, that's a manifestation of the highest power, even if it's not them. And I'm not saying it isn't or isn't. That's Virgo energy right there. This is Taurus, Virgo, or Cap. This at the heart of this matter, we're getting in the sense of we're dodging it. This is Taurus energy. This is Taurus, Virgo, Cap. There's no Virgo energy in here. They're almost emotionally unavailable. Being very honest with you, right? No cups. Danny, it's not that they're not for you. It's a rebirth of them. Not all life lessons are yours. Keep being you. Can I tell you how much how much we don't even look at ourselves as mirrors, sparks, as triggers. But you are a trigger for this person. They're looking at themselves through this new lens. Have you ever considered how amazing you really are? This is your soul, your spirit. You've come into their life emotionally. You've come in and you have made it so they can't stop thinking about you. Does that mean they can verbally say, hey, I like you? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Right? Look, Gemini lover energy. This is of the tarot deck. These two represent Gemini. It's not the same when you get the Page of Wands or the Page of Pentacles. It's not the same, but this is Gemini lover energy. This is saying you learn to love yourself. And now this person's learning to love themselves. And in between that whole mess is you loving each other. But if they don't love themselves like you love you, how is that going to work? How does that? You can't teach them that. They have to learn that on their own. So, do they have feelings for you? Yes. I can tell you unequivocally, Danny, yes, yes, and yes. Are they going to come forward? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Frustrating? Absolutely. Absolutely. Look, it hurts. It hurts. The Four of Swords, pain. It's Libra justice energy. Would you rather me tell you the honest truth or lie to you and bullshit you the whole time? Because they have feelings, but they're not willing to kind of go beyond feelings and say, ooh, I love how we feel. But that's their life lesson. They're going to look back and say, hey, I should have, would have, could have. I don't see. This is the Lover's card. Gemini lover energy. I'm telling you. This card is in reverse because it's saying you are worth it to them. But are you worth the work? The angel says this isn't about you valued. Be very honest here. You want to know about the feelings? It's a brand new start coming in, regardless. Not like, honestly, this is you making that brand new start. That's what we're getting here. Akashically, you're having a brand new start. Don't take on the pain of this other person not validating you. Do not let me validate you right now. They have tons of feelings. They want to say so much but won't. There's no cups here. I told you up here there's no cups. I know what I'm talking about. Because they don't say what they care about. And as I go back and I look at your chat, Ethereal, how are you? It's this energy. Being appreciative on this day of gratitude for me in Thanksgiving. I'm grateful for you. And they like you. They possibly even love you. But there's something that's holding them back. They want to take this leap of faith. They don't need you to do anything. It's a life lesson for themselves. You have done everything. If anything, you've probably done a little more than you should have. And this could be vice versa. Maybe you haven't put enough work in, but one of the two of you hasn't done the whole chapter, hasn't done all the work. And you have one, I want to say it's you have done the work. Because you're sitting there waiting for that moment. And it's really, really hard to say. Like, you're like, I don't see this going forward. I wanted to. I really, really wanted to, but I'm going to be honest. I don't see. It's like it's either rebirth energy. Something has to change, right? We're both in agreement on this. Something has to change. An angel's in agreement with you, saying, yes, it has to. There's love here. There's feelings. Yes. You're worth it. Yes. The rebirth. Yes. Being inner curiosity. Yes. Your intuition's on fire. Yes. That's the truth. But there's probably another person that's coming in, that other person, as I opened up the read and I said, hey, this is the person you want, the person who wants you, right? Do we give validation to the person who wants you? No, because you're so busy with the person you want. It's not about wanting. It's about communicating. Cups. It's about the communication, about being communicative. It's about that energy. It's about getting to the end goal, about what did you see for yourself? That communication, that power of communication is so wonderful, freeing. Because what you see for yourself is very the embodiment of the Emperor Empress energy. It's the beginning of the past life saying, hey, I know what I want. I know what I came here for. Sexy, right? It's the human spirit enjoying the life. This person has to get the work done. They're there. There's two people there. I talk about this all the time. One, right? One. But you see, this is that next level, stage 2. As we get in here, this is them. They're there. Do they move beyond that? They're there. Someone's keeping tabs on you or trying to look, and you're controlling this narrative. You're like, and my emotions. Look at how emotionally, this is all your emotions. There's people here. You're like, hey, there could be a tower moment. If we don't learn to get it straight now, oh man, what happens when something bad happens? When crisis hits, right? Look, if you can't get it together now, the angel's coming out of this card. I'll show you. Look, underneath, the angel comes out of this Lover's card and says, let me be honest with you. I'll be the cups for you for half a moment here. I'm going to be very blunt with you. I'll tell you. I'd say, hey, you're a jerk. Like, I would say, you aren't worth it. But that's not the case. The angel's saying you are absolutely worth it, to the point the angels are coming in and reassuring you. Do you know how good you are? This is not about if they care about you or don't. You put the work in. This other person hasn't done that other step. Right? And when they do, how amazing is it going to be, Danny? How amazing will it be once they come out? That is real. So this isn't about... This is about putting that whole work, that energy in. This is that Virgo energy. This is what you've been talking about. This finally comes out. Stay the course. Do nothing more, but do nothing less. Do nothing more, but stay the course. The universe isn't asking you to do more work. Let's get that really, really right out there in front of it. I'm going to pull one more card for you. No, I'm going to pull 2 more cards for you. My mistake. This brand new star. Look, it's starseed energy. It's fighting for what you know to be true. Right? But not fighting with them to do what you want them to do. That's Aquarian starseed energy. That's like Truth Seeker. That's the moment you say, hey, I know what I know. It's very clear to me. It's black or white. I get it. I understand it. But there's the one you want and the one that wants you. The universe says that you understand why that happens. And until we do, the little birdie's telling you, figure that out. Take a moment, pause. Be grateful, right? Because understanding the value, the appreciation, and when I see people in my circle grow, and my circle's small, believe it or not. This is my secret circle. Like, this is the secret garden to me coming on here. Seeing people like Ethereal and just having those conversations, or even texting Brenduska the other night and like offline, or even having the conversations with like Antonella, or even having that moment to say, hey, look, I appreciate them. I appreciate all of them, because they're growing through the tough times. This person likes you. There's definitely love there. There's feelings. And I use the word love, and I only use the word love because the cards use the word love. As you can see, it's right there. Come back, rewatch this, but you'll see the angels on your side. The angels reiterated themselves. I am in the cards. I am in the love angel right there. It's all about patience. You are the one. If you want this to work, you just have to stay the course. Do no more work. Wow. But there's this other person. There's a person they want, the person that wants them. And this might be like, think about it like this. You might be the person who wants them, and they don't know what they want. Maybe they're in this transition. I was talking about this yesterday. Even I was actually having this long conversation at the end of the day because we had half day, and I sat there and just talked to the art teacher for a while. And I'm like, it's like being between chapters. That moment of being between chapters in a book, or in your own life story. It's that. It's having that moment of saying, where are you in life? And not trying to dictate every piece of every moment. It's 12:13, got to do this. You know what I'm saying? It's, 1:14, got to do this. When you ever been on a trip and you had your itinerary spoken for every minute, but there's no free time for you to explore? It doesn't feel like a trip anymore. It feels like you're doing work. That exploratory time, that finding yourself, being okay with, if that person's not for you, then it's okay. It's not meant for you. The best person's coming in. If it's them, it's them. But I can promise you, the best person's coming because you're learning. You have learned through this. That Hierophant card is Earth energy, Hierophant, life lesson energy. The Virgo, the Nine of Pentacles, I don't know when their birthday is, but that pointed out 9/2 to 9/11. Interesting. Welcome. It is officially Cards and Coffee. Thank you, Danny, for kicking that off. I may actually be back on later. I was just saying this earlier. I'm on for a couple hours this morning, but I want to at least get on for a while now and then be grateful, be happy to have you guys be part of the channel, be part of the process. Lilith is up next, and I'm just appreciating you guys for being here, for taking your time to hang out with me. And I have a bunch of new content that just came out, and I'm just appreciating the time that we spent. So I'm just giving up a couple of you guys, so then I know we all have things to do. There's a bunch of us here, at least in the United States, that have Thanksgiving here today. So as the clock moves forward, many people kind of do their thing, but I want to take that time to say I might even be back on later tonight to do a second live, which would be fun. But I do appreciate you guys. This is my moment to say, hey, thank you for being here. Thank you for getting me. This is 2 years I've been on YouTube. I kicked this process off. I planned in the summer, and I finally launched it in November. I got all my social media in place, everything locked up, and then I went and did it. So I appreciate you guys for being part of this. And I'll tell you the truth. I'll tell you what I see. I'll tell you what happens here. But I'll be back Monday night. And on Monday, I'm probably going to bring out the bigger read. I'm going to probably bring out the larger read because we have more time. But I might bring out the 27 card read that I usually have done in the past. And it won't take as much time, but it'll give us a little more detail so we can find out those facts about that person that you're thinking about. The one who's hiding, your interested lover or potential partner. And I'm very curious to see what happens on Monday night when I pull out that expanded read, where we can see inside those uncomfortable zones. All right, my friends, thank you for being here. I have Lilith, then I have Andrea, and then we have Miss K. Potentially, I have, we have Just Call Me Hen, Rona, Shradik, and is that Geetha? Also in the pending queue. So I'm just grabbing 3 of you guys at the same time here, so let's see here. All right, let's read Andrea's first here. I know Lilith is technically next, but Andrea is asking, or Andrea 54 Hector is asking about invited Carlos the Leo. We've been following this drama for a while. Carlos has he has no idea how much we're supporting this love story. So I want to give you and let you know, because you're asking, is Carlos the Leo going to disappoint? Don't say it like that. Is Carlos the Leo going to surprise you and show up today as planned? That's how we're going to word this. Not the way you wrote it. You planned for a few weeks to make Thanksgiving dinner. Thank you. Appreciated, noted, and I have recognized it. Thank you for doing that. I do. Really. Do you hear me? And you invited Carlos to come as well, but you haven't heard from him. If you haven't heard from him, expect him not to show up. If he hasn't committed, expect him not to show up. But that's not because you have done anything wrong. You've extended the invite. He's into you. It might be too vulnerable for him. But let's pull the cards here. Let's pull the cards. So Andrea 54 Hector, let's get these cards out here. Yes. See? Right? And that's okay. That doesn't mean he doesn't like you. Right? Well, let's not get in our heads. Let's not get in our heads and say, oh, he must hate me. He has to hate me now. He doesn't love me anymore. No. Maybe he has a commitment. Maybe he has to go to another family or has to go do something else, and he doesn't want to disappoint you. And by telling you, you'll feel disappointed, like you're not enough for him. And he doesn't want to even get into that with you because you'll spiral, right? I don't know any of that. This is what I'm spiritually picking up on before I even dial in. That's what I've been doing recently, and just letting you guys in on what I've been always picking up on since I started the channel. I'm letting you know that now. Pick 2 tarot decks and let's see where this is. because you are worth it. Yeah, see, and like I said, I don't think this is like you're saying. He took me shopping, supposed to bring me Puerto Rican rice, yummy, right? Don't self-sabotage this, guys. If a relationship's going well and something just hiccups, do you immediately go, "Damn you, I hate you. This is why. I knew." No, let the hiccup happen. Talk to the universe, not to the person, and say, "Okay, right?" Because there could be trauma, could be personal things going on, and they don't want to burden you with them. Think about how you don't want to burden your partner with all these things, all these problems. I do not want that. There's a lot of emotion up here. This is the emotional channel. This is our chakra channel, and this is the here and now. This was about to give me 2 or 3 cards. I'm like, I just want this straight. Yeah, look at you're in the balance. The universe says being the steady, reliable partner is what we're looking for from them, from you, and you guys are locking in that synchronicity, locking in that stability, locking in the ability to kind of connect to one another. That's what we're looking for. And so what you're doing is you're looking for that moment of, are you afraid to admit to yourself this could be real? Right? Is this inevitably real? Are you resisting that? Because you have to believe in yourself. Even the smallest evidence is fact that this is real. And if you're trying to push it forward, don't let it simmer. Think about a soup that you put on the stove and let it just sit all day, and then you finally enjoy it later on at night, right? Or you marinate the most beautiful of meat, like whatever that meat is. It could be steak, whatever it is you love, right? And whatever that meat is, if you marinate it and you put it and you let it just sit and marinate longer, it allows the flavor of the relationship to come out. It will allow the flavor of the steak or the food to come out, right? And it could be anything, adding that little flavor. And think about if you had I give you a regular salad and say, here's your salad. Would you add other things in? Yes, these are parts of your past that you've learned. My grandmother taught me to put feta cheese on for whatever reason. You know, whatever this weird thing is that you have learned, where people be fearful of that, saying, oh, I would never ruin it. You're saying, don't worry, trust me. I learned this. That's the universe saying you have to trust the process. Them not showing up, because you can see how there's 2 ships traveling. That's not about you. Use your intuition, right? You're looking for a reason to get upset. Saying, oh, if they don't show up, and I don't think they will, I'm getting ready to prepare for war. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're the one. I'm hearing like, baby, you're the one. This has nothing to do with going to somebody else's house. See, you're the one. Look, it's just you're preparing for heartbreak, because heartbreak is easier to deal with than long-term marriage success. It's a longer journey getting married, right? It's that part of you saying we all want that long-term growth and success. And I'm telling you, marriage is one of those things that I'm going to say I mastered. I have to say I've mastered it. But that's one of those things that when we get in there and it's getting into your own problems, your own self-identified issues, because we like to put our problems onto other people. Why are they not? Why is this, right? And what happens when we do that? We become controlling of our universe because we don't trust. And what are you trying to control because you don't trust people? And you get in your head, you wake up, I'm heartbreaking, I'm worried. Don't. The universe loves for you to hyper-focus as gotcha. Instead of you doing your own thing, reading a book or taking time for yourself. I'm telling you, we did all those other readings, and it's going to null and void the belief, because you create that Prince or Princess Charming effect that happens. What happens when they come up and show up 2 days later and pin you against the wall, kiss you, and say, you know I love you, right? Like, this is not about a game. This is about reality and about the universe testing us. Because you overcoming these self-sabotaging identifiers or these patterns that you keep enabling, that's going to cause the universe to say, look, we're ending something, either this relationship or your mindset or your thinking. Because one of those 2 things has to stop, because this is your strength, and it zaps your strength because you get stuck saying, I don't think they like me. No, there's something. See, I told you. I knew. Lock into whatever this is, the community effort, the long-term, what you built, right? This is about establishing a baseline and finding the new mastery level, right? Because you didn't know Carlos. What happened when you didn't know Carlos? What was before that? What was the baseline before that? Because the universe says you're setting a new baseline with Carlos. And because your baseline is different than everyone else's, you question it. Don't worry about that. Just have communicate. Say, look, text them today. Carlos, I'm thinking about you. I hope you have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Don't make it a big thing. I'm telling you, you want to make this a fight because it's easier. But the reality of this is the universe says, can you rise your vibration? Can you make it go higher from this? Can you let go of that fear that's disguised as logic, right? And you're trying to logically bring it down. And if they get back to you, say, no, I'm coming over. Say, oh, okay. I'm just want to let you know. I'm just thinking about you. Happy Thanksgiving. No need to respond. I'm telling you. Oh my God. Who takes the power in that situation? It's you. Because your belief is that you're keeping yourself small by doing this, by saying they control my happiness for the day. If they don't show, upset. If they show, very happy. You're setting two channels here. And it's, the universe says, you're a soul here. You set your own path, right? When you woke up in the morning, you said, I'm deciding this is what has to happen. And you've been planning for this, like saying they're going to show up. If they show up, my day will be much better. The universe says, no, like, you are the only one in this situation. There's all these other ones, but you're the one who rises to the occasion. You're the one who has to come and say, you're right. You're right. And that's what has to happen, because the pattern's there because you probably try to connect to it. It's almost like a balance system, value system, right? If they do this, I feel that. If I do this, then they get this. That's what has to happen, because we're trying to live, but this is more about, and I'm not going to dismiss anyone's integrity here, but the choice is aligning with the responsibility too, right? Being honest and having them, holding them responsible. But their immaturity is not because you have no respect for yourself. Don't demand that respect. Live your own happiness. That's the difference. So let go of them doing anything. You've understood this, because this ending is like they're showing you this is the beginning of a possible ending. And you're like, oh no, not on my watch. You're like, I love them too much. Then don't let it be an ending. So this ending is like, it's triggering because you're saying this feels like it could be over. And it's a sign of the possibility of it over. Manifest this. Take control. Get on that wheel. Say, this is me. I'm okay with him not being here. It's everyone else that's making me not okay with it. Stop talking. Like, he's still my man. And 2 years from now, I have a ring on my finger. We're married. I'll show you all. Like, I'm not giving in to him. He's not giving in to me. This is the universe trying to trick both of you, trying to say self-sabotage mode. That's Valentine's Day, right? That's what matters. Like, if he blew you off on Valentine's Day, that's like, hey, look, like, I love you, bye, and then disconnects and like blows you off. I'm on your side. Let's get the pitchforks out and chase him down. Where the hell is he? You know, you're sitting there at a restaurant waiting. Hell yeah. This is Thanksgiving. This is family, right? Yes. This is people that this is another soul tribe energy. That's this. You choose to do what you want to do. You're getting ready to prepare to cut him off or take some action if he doesn't show. Let's be fair. Manifestation. You're manifesting this creation of a future. What you have to do is be more powerful than this and say, I'm a soul. I'm going through this existence. I'm leading instead of following. If he doesn't want to show, then he doesn't show. But I'm okay with who I am. I have friends, family. I'm gonna enjoy my drink. I'm gonna enjoy having fun with them. I'm gonna giggle, laugh, because I know he does care about me. He loves me. Whatever's going on is not putting me in heartbreak, not ending anything. It's putting me in the sense of, this was not the time we were supposed to be together. We're together when we matter, right? Because he wants to be together with you, but not together with you with everybody. And it wouldn't be a little awkward, he says. That's what I get out of this, a little awkward. So he's exploring that. So he's going to somewhere where he can take action, you can take action, but he's not verbalizing this. He's not verbalizing this for whatever reason. Look, see, he's not verbalizing this. So he doesn't see it the way you see it. It's painful though. Let's be honest. There's a lot of like, you guys are going through the motions of like people, of somebody who's dating or more than friends with benefits. And it's really starting to take a spiritual path or an awakening path between the two of you as a couple. Just so you know, there's like a dear, I want to tell you something, or a dear, I want to talk to you. But there's definitely this dear energy, because the deeper spiritual purpose here is challenging yourself to understand this tower moment is testing both of you. You're just assuming they're okay with not talking to you and ghosting you and leaving you on red on this. This is not ego interfering with intuition. This is not that. This is more like a divine lesson. What are you refusing to recognize? That they have feelings for you. You're refusing to recognize there is a drive. Tarot readers have confirmed it. But this one moment can collapse the whole thing. Are you going to let that happen? You're going to let your logic play a big part here. So he's not trying to disappoint you. Like I said, do yourself a big favor, and this will let the anxiety let everything off the hook, because let him know. Like, don't say you don't have to come over, obviously. Like really? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like I tell you guys all the time on this channel, start your text with, "Hey, you don't have to respond. You're saying what you need to say. I don't care what you say. I'm just like, right? It's really powerful. But you do it like this. You say, "Hey, look, you don't need to respond. I'm just thinking about you on Thanksgiving. I hope you have a good day. If you're around, I'll talk to you later." It is or it isn't, whatever. You're still gonna have a great day, and I'm happy for you. And they have feelings for you, but this is clouded judgment. That's all it is. That's all it is. This is the universe saying, let's see if I can break them up. Really. That's why it's going to messing with you. It's really messing with you. I don't see another person here. But they don't communicate. They communicate more like they're having a hard time disappointing you on this one. That is this. I'm telling you, though. There's a disappointment moment here. So let him do his thing. I've known people who married, divorced, back together, remarried, broken up, divorced, back together, remarried. I knew a person who was married, remarried, same person 4 times. And the 4 times was so different. See? So don't let this take you by surprise. That's all. You expected this, right? They're the Leo, they're the Lion, they're doing their thing. They didn't even show up in this reading. And you're deserving of more. That's all I'm saying. If this is your person, and you're like, I'm happy just hanging back and being here, and I feel like you are. I don't feel like they're interested in playing games, but you're their number one. Like, that's still not changed. That still has not changed. So he was the only one coming over, my daughter and I plus his mom. That's it. So I decided not to cook because my daughter wants to go to her dad's house. There you go. And that's it. So look, so you're okay. So it wasn't even a big event to him. And I'm going to dismiss it from his perspective, from the cards then, from what I see. From now that I'm reading chat and I'm seeing it. And I'm trust me, I'm on your side here. But from his perspective, he might have a bigger event happening. Like, there's a lot of family, like 50 people going to one event, right? And you have this smaller event. And you're like, well, that's why you should be here, because I have nobody here. I want you here. That's all. And he has to go to something bigger. And maybe that's all it is. Or maybe he doesn't even look at it like, I don't care about this day. And that could be the other thing. Maybe he doesn't see this as an important day, like Valentine's Day, where you do matter to him. And no offense, this doesn't matter to him. He's like, whatever, whatevs. All right. I see it, though. I appreciate you trying to put the effort in. That's what it is. But you are his number one. Lilith and Miss K, how are you guys doing? Either of you guys here ready for a reading? So I might be on later on tonight. I'll be on for about another hour or so, maybe an hour and a half. And then I got to get myself ready. And but yeah, it's Thanksgiving here in the United States. But this officially is 2 years. This is the day I started. It was Thanksgiving 2 years ago that I put my first video up, and it was called Love Limbo, Aquarius Love Limbo, and it was one of those things that I just put out. I said, I'm going to try it, because I had the studio half set up. I wasn't really ready, and you can see it evolve over the next few videos over the next 3-4 months if you're on the channel early. I wasn't officially ready. I said, I'm going to have fun with this, and that's what happened, just like we're having fun here. So for me, I enjoyed that moment of clarity with you guys as I opened up the channel, started doing the teaching content. I was like, I want to go back and redo this. And I knew I wanted to go back. Even in the original teaching content, you hear me mention, I'll be back to do this again. And I'm doing it again, and I'm enjoying it. It's more fun. It's more free-flowing. It's less heavy because I was more factually driven the first time. And the videos aren't gone. I'm just reorganizing the content. But the first time I did it, it was very heavy. Like if I did the 5 of Swords, I was like January 20th to the 29th, associates with Star Aquarius energy. And I still have that in the new videos, but it's less like intense curriculum, and it's more I'm hanging out with you talking about the cards. Yeah. So that's what this is. It's 2 years, and that marks this 2-year anniversary. So anything's possible. And I remember telling people I was going to be a YouTuber, and I was, half joking, obviously, because I'm an older gentleman. Like, let's be honest, I'm 50, and with my distinguished gray hairs, a little bit of the silvers. So I have like that distinguished look. But when I started telling people, like, no way, and they knew I did tarot, and they knew I did all this, and I said, yeah, and it was really a couple of my friends that said, hey, go online and try this. And then I had started talking to my oldest, and they really wanted me to go read for the homeless shelter. And I was like, yeah, it's a great idea. And then I got caught up in my own schedule, and I'm like, I felt bad. And I said, let me do this. I said, this way I'm reaching the world. That way the universe, I basically said to the universe, now you can send anyone you want to me. Anybody. There'll be nights there'll only be a handful of people, and nights there's like 50 people that come on for readings. And it's just different. But now the universe has a conduit to send them this way. Not about money, not about subscribers, because you can unsubscribe after you leave. You have a choice. Everyone has a choice to make that choice. And that's what it is. So I'm a very spry. Like if you see me, the kids don't even know. They're like, how old are you? Like, and even I look way younger than I am. I just have like that gray distinguished. So anyway, it's not about me. It's about you. And this is about you in particular. So let's get reading here. We got decks 1 and 4 in our hands, and we're ready to roll. So Lilith, this is for you. And the question was, what's coming up romantically, right? What's on the horizon? I love romance. I always love romance readings. So join the queue, !join gets you in the queue. If you type your question in right after that, it helps. And then if you want to even add your tarot decks, you can put 2 in there, like numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6. I'll double your tarot deck. So that's how I get like this monster tarot deck, which is crazy. Because look at the size of this thing. It's like crazy, right? So then when I get this, it's in my hand and I have it. So let's go here. Let's find out, Lilith, what's coming in romantically. And the other thing I love to do, and I did this years ago, was mid-deck pull. You'll hear me mention mid-deck pull. And I'm just going like this. I'm not pulling from the bottom to the top. I'm pulling from the middle of these combined double tarot deck at this point. Fast-moving action, passion. It's coming in. Lilith, it's coming in. You set the tone, right? You're the stop valve for the situation. Do you want love or not? And I know it sounds so easy. People are fearful of that, right? We're fearful. And that's what we are. We're really fearful. We're like, I want love. I would love this person to do this. And then when they come in, we go, whoa, back up. Dude, back up. And it's kind of scary, right? When they come in. But the truth is, you're afraid that you might outgrow people you still might love. And that's the thing, is once you find somebody you're into, or this new person, you're going to forget the old people. And you fear that they might forget you. And that's the raw truth of this relationship. When we look in romance, can we expand our romantic bubble? Can we go beyond that? Because we don't want to leave exes in hate. I'm sorry. I'm going to be very honest. I never, ever will read in that fashion in this channel. Because some relationships simply will not survive. And we have to acknowledge that. That's okay. And I know we're scared of that, because you're going to be fully seen, and then things will just happen, and you're going to be fully judged, and you're like, ugh, and you feel like exposed, right? This energy here is like a lightning strike to your emotions. This is the angelic lightning strike saying, hey, you worry? Maybe. But that worry is going to slow you down, not just in romance, but your gifts, your God-given gifts, your talents, your abilities, your skills. As we move into, ooh, it's fighting me. I like that. It gets almost like magnetic, and I can't easily pull. Sometimes they just slide right out. Maybe I'm saying too much. Yeah, see? Hold up. It's either your feelings or your spirit guide saying, whoa, slow down. Because sometimes when I start exposing people this fast, they're afraid. And they're afraid of that certainty that comes along with that shield for vulnerability. Saying, I want to be vulnerable. I want to be me, but behind the shield. Like, I want to be me, but not exposed. And the universe and your guides are saying, whoa. Because if I expose all your wounds right here, right now, that's what the romance for you is. You need to heal and grow and build. And that's what this comes down to. It's a self-image of strength. The message comes in. Higher self says, this is from your future version of you, by the way. You are with somebody. Let's nullify that problem right out the gate. You're not alone. You're very happy. The universe says, ignore cosmic. Let's get right down to it. You're scared. I know. It's human loneliness. You will have somebody. The message is here. Like, they're coming in. That's a message from that person. Yeah, I'll pull a card on that. You'll see. So look, see, sunny days. We got this. It's not here. They're not here. Possible baby in the future. Child. Could be even a child from them. But there's a child coming in. But we're still on the holding back. Right? It's coming in. It's not giving me any timelines. This right here is Sag season. So it could be now. But this is a divine, mid-deck pull, divine match. This is the angelic sun, angelic moon matched. You know the rarity of that? Out of 6 tarot decks, you told me the tarot decks, you feel them coming in. You feel the alignment. But the moon to the sun, come on. Tell me you don't feel this person coming in. I'm going to take this card because it's already here. And it's like, hey, I'm at the door. Let me in. Oh, hi. Who are you? Allow the conversations to happen. Don't judge the conversations. Why would they say that? What are they in your head? You know, that moment you're questioning. Allow yourself to just be. Have that conversation, because we hold back. The higher self, your future husband, or it looks like spouse, is saying, we talk. We have those deep conversations, the ones you want. You have to start with having them. This stuff that you hide, this stuff that you really hide here, that's your moon energy. Princess or Prince Charming, I think you're the catalyst for this relationship. That's what has to happen here. Scorpio energy, there's the cup. We're quite deep here, and I think you can get very deep in a deep conversation. And that's what's fascinating, is at the root of this, you know where you want to be, but you know how you are right now, and there's some kind of connection or disconnection that's happening with you, because you're saying, hey, well, I love the intimacy, I love the physicality, I love like the, hey, big spoon, little spoon, right? We love all that, but that fear of being judged or being left is a single spoon in a moment of vulnerability is tough, because those other endings, and you're going to always think back to when you dated so-and-so, or somebody else came in, and that fear that built your confidence to get to this point. That's what they're telling you. That's how you got to them. Those points, that wasn't finality. All those things weren't like loss. Those were wins, because your finality is getting to this person. Have you ever considered that? You were afraid of wanting the deep connection because you were risking that like feeling of having that deep disappointment. And this person says, that's where I live. I live in the deep. You want the deep connection. You love the moon. You love that energy. You love that, like, let's have the conversation we shouldn't have. Let's have it anyway. Let's explore. There's the star, angelic star that comes along with the sun, the moon, and the star. All angelic. Deep disappointment. You're the star seed. You're the catalyst. You're the reason. When you fear, if you slow down, grief's going to catch up to you. That's what this is. And that's what happens. Grief goes, hey, I see you're pausing. How are you? Let me get in your head for a half a second. You're like, and no. And we're going to pull for this. King of Swords, Truth Seeker, King of Cups, Scorpio energy. They could have Aquarian. They could have air sign. They could have water in their chart. But this is masculine King of Cups, masculine air sign energy coming in with this very strong energy. Chariot energy coming in with this movement energy. Could be travel. Could be a little bit of travel, right? Might have to go travel, visit them. Might go visit. Might even go be happy, saying, hey, they love to travel too. Or they love what you love. They love where you, like, hey, I want to go travel to this place. This is them. They're burdened just as much as you are. But we got to let go of the burden, because you're at the end of the 10 of Wands. And I just actually discussed this. So go take a look at the 10 of Wands. I just literally took time to finish all the Wands series. And it's pretty much, I think, available to everyone right now. But the whole Wand series, it explains to you, this person is blinded, right, by all of that burden, all of this extra wands. They took the Ace of Wands and carried it all the way up to this 10 of Wands. That 10 of Wands is going into the hand of the King of Wands, one of those. But there's 9 extra wands here. They're going to drop them off at this house, at this building, and they just have to make it across this road, but they can't even see how close they are. You can't see how close you are. This person, your spouse, your partner, says, you can't even see how close you are to me. Because there's a moment of weakness, this depth that has to happen because you're afraid. King of Pentacles. What is going on here? King of Cups, King of Pentacles, King of Swords. Wow. This is destiny aligning itself. This is nothing you have to do as much as you have to let go of the fear of disappointment. You're like in a way opening yourself up, saying, I don't care. Disappoint. I want to be as disappointed as I ever could be. Allow this cosmic explanation to happen, because whatever this is, this dissatisfaction that you've had in other relationships is literally going to be the foundation. And I don't know how that even starts, but it's the foundation of the beginning of this relationship, and it's not toxic. It's not toxic. So what it becomes is the foundation. It's the devil in the details saying, hey, I had this happen. I know you're not that person. I know you're not this, as this person wasn't that person, as this person wasn't that person, as this person wasn't this person, as this person wasn't that person. As I saw when I dated these other people, I realized, I dated them thinking of the other people. And look at what happened. Failure or growth with the understanding. But I feel like it's either that's happened with them or you. But I really feel like there's a moment of clarity that has to happen, because this uncertainty is leading to the fact of, yes, that's why it's uncertain. But you're going to basically go into it with this idea of, we are together in this. It's the devil in the details. When those things happen, like, hey, why are you upset? Let me talk to you. I just need a moment. Understood. Where the other exes would someone would kind of just keep attacking you. No, talk to me. Like, I need a second for a reason. Like, period. I don't know what else to say. That's like this person's going to say, I operate in communication, depth. Whatever it is you need, I need. Because when you're happy, I'm happy. When you're feeling loved, I'm feeling loved. Right? When we're complete, we are complete. This is completion of the entirety. King of Wands, right? Am I right? Am I right? There's all four of the kings right there. I'm telling you, this person's coming in as a complete emotional secure package. They're not a joke. They're not coming in. They're going to boost your confidence, that fear that you've had. They're going to come in and they're going to say, no, that really happened. Those things really, really happened. But on top of that, what happened is the fact that I'm not them and they weren't the other person. And it's a moment of realization that you're letting go of that, saying, you're right. Wow. But look at how you've got to this point, meeting them. And that is the wand. There's only one wand left, and that's the Ace of Wands. That's the creative wand. But your starseed, underneath this all, your starseed energy. Fascinating. It wants me to stop on that. Because this is you. And there's a little bit of work that has to be done. I feel like this is December energy. They're right there. They're at the cusp. They're at the door, as I'm being told. That, which means they might be visiting you. You might actually come into contact with this person very soon at a party, at some kind of location. You might even, because this is bold energy, they might approach you. And they might even approach you over these exes. They have at least a couple traits like the exes, saying, I love this about that person, but this person who didn't have money, this person's different. This is just very different. Like, they're willing to travel, like, hey, I love this. And you're going to leave there going, I want more of this person. That's a sign. That's a big sign, saying, I want more. I need to know more. What was your birthday? No, what was the day? What was the time? Like, that kind of stuff. That's a sign that this person is more. It's not your curiosity. Because we didn't get Curiosity Kid. This is you growing, building, finding. So yes, this is a complete emotional secure adult coming in. Could be Capricorn energy with that Devil card as well. So it could even be Capricorn in Capricorn season, to be very, very blunt with you. A grounded energy is probably what you're looking for. I don't know if you've ever dated that. So I appreciate you very much. I thank you guys. All right, let's go. I think Miss K is up next, as a matter of fact. So Miss K, and then I'll grab a couple more from the queue here. So if you're in the queue and you're hanging out, just hang out here. I'm just not trying to overwhelm the queue right now, because I'm only going to be on here for probably about another 45 minutes to maybe an hour, because I also have to get ready. I have events. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone that's here. I'll probably be back on later tonight as well if you guys are around, and maybe I'll do something a little different. Let's see this. Miss K's asking, hi, what do you see coming in December in love, and will it be awkward in February? What the hell? Let me get some iced tea here. What do you mean, will it be awkward in February? What does that mean? Oh, you're dating a coworker, right? I think that's what it was. Well, you have feelings for a coworker, I think it was. Pick 2 tarot decks and open your heart up here. Let's get really ready here. Miss K. Right? How is everyone doing? Thank you for being here. I appreciate you guys for being here. And like I said, I'll probably be back on even later tonight for a while. Because because I debated it. I said, I knew I was coming live today because this is my 2-year anniversary. Can you believe 2 years and I'm at 100,000? Like, good golly, Miss Molly. And I appreciate you guys for being part of the channel. And I'm not trying to just do typical tarot. Like, they drive a car, they drive this. And I want to give you the spiritual message behind what I see. Because it's all superficial, right? Like, they have money, they don't have money. And I could get into that. I could be like, they work in law enforcement. Because if I ever see like the Libra card, justice energy, law enforcement, Aquarian energy also comes across with law enforcement. But I don't know if I love that. Like, I'd rather give you the spiritual message behind your messages, right? It's fun. So I think a lot of people enjoy that, like the message inside the message, right? You know, like they're coming, but so. All right, let's take a read here. So, Miss K, I'll try to sign in on Monday night if you can. I'm going to try doing my historical 27 card read. So all it is the same. It's your same emotions, the same chakras. It's the same here and now, and then you can, and in those gray areas, I just pull cards instead of saying, "Hey, look see how it's a big gap here." I actually put cards in those areas. So, first card out for you is Empress energy, cat energy, animal. Could be new cat, could be a new cat coming in. A very prominent cat here. This is Akashic. I almost feel like this cat, wow, Tea-Stain Tarot. Like, this is like literal, I don't know if you guys can see this. Can you actually see the tea stain on there? I don't know if you can see that. Like, I actually spilled iced tea on these once. And I was like, oh, well. But this actually has tea stains on it. Like, it's not a joke, not was a plan. It was like, oh well. Because when I get iced tea, I get iced tea. Like, this thing is, I don't know, this thing's like about 14 inches tall. This thing's huge. So I fill that thing up. Anyway, point is, this is past life. This person is past life. The person you're talking about, Akashically, you're getting aligned. This is stability. The person makes you feel stable. You're looking towards the future. There is a little bit of growth. The seed, whatever the seed is that you planted with this person, has now started to sprout. It's more of a seedling. It's not a full-grown sunflower. The sunflower seems very prominent here. Gemini, lover energy. I love this card in this position, by the way. This is Curiosity Kid saying, what's in the future? Anything? And it's like everything. And it's like, great. Super excited. So yes, if we're looking in the future, we're looking forward. We're looking Queen of Wands energy. They say, hey, it looks amazing in March. I could do one card, I could do 12. I'm more curious. I'm more nosy than you. But they're telling you, in March, this is amazing. The cat, the animal, you might even have an animal by then, but this basis here says your foundation is set. You've established this. This is you've established this foundation. There's two lions on this. It's almost like two people, two friends, two allies, people protecting you. And then there's honestly like a real life version of this. It could be like two best friends, you're surrounded by people who are very protective of you, but you're like, I need to be curious about this. Could be a coworker, right? We talked about the coworker. Eight of Wands. Eight of Pentacles is always coworker energy to me, or it's colleague, or it's school. It's because they're always at work putting out the product. Ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. Make another pentacle. Ba-boom. Away from home, right? Away from home. Gray area. So that's what you're really asking about, I think, is that gray area. But see, but boom, here's another pentacle. Whatever it is they do, I love this card. I just started to put this out. I'm actually finished pretty much all the teaching tarot. I just haven't put it all out yet. But you'll have access to this, so keep your eye out for when I do. But I just finished the Ace of Pentacles. I went into detail. It's almost like 15 minutes long, but because it's you, because you want to know, this is a material existence. Like, you might have a house with this person, you might be moving in. That's something physical. That's a manifestation. That's like the growth of something, saying it's something like grab the doorknob, grab the vehicle, whatever it is, touch something. This is a manifestation. Angelically, this is from the Akashic Records saying, you have been very patient. You're unlike anybody else this person has ever met. I'm going to be very blunt with you, because they have never met anyone like you. You know it, but technically, I feel like you're single, right? Are you technically single right now? Is that what this is? Because there's that card. Wow, they're bold. They're an Emperor energy who's come down to match your energy. And I know it sounds really, how do I say this without sounding? I don't want to make them sound bad, but they have their own example of what you do. Like, you have the cat, they have the lizard, right? they're very similar to you, but they're your match, if you wanted to know. co-worker energy. So this is the center line. They are your match, and you know it. When you're hanging out and talking to them, it's unlike anything else you ever get. But you're both, there's no communication. This is why I keep talking to you guys. Whenever you pull for yourself, look for the cups. Where's the cups? It's not like you guys chat, not like you guys have a conversation. And it's not that there are no feelings, because that's Gemini lover energy. You both are hiding feelings, like hiding how you really, really feel. That's what's really fascinating, because this is from the universe saying, ignore Cosmic for a minute. Like, this is the best card of cards, right? That's the Curiosity Kid. Because of work, it goes across that. See, I told you, they took a step down to become closer to you. And I think you feel like they're powerful. They have some kind of energy or some kind of growth energy. And that could be this. Maybe this is that house. This is the progression. You see the beginning as you hear my voice crack. You see the foundation. This could be their foundation. Maybe this is yours or theirs. Or together you guys have built this. Because this short throw energy, these cards, there's parts like you have to take them in tandem. So it's like this. When I talk about short throw, I'm talking about the universe. I talk about the infinity symbol. Whenever I say that. So look, this person works. And because of that, they're Emperor energy. They do have a side job or something else happens. You see them in this mode. This is what's your attraction. It's not necessarily you're not attracted to this, but you're attracted to this. They get things done. And that's what this thing is. That's what the attraction is. So as we get into April next year, as we get into March, as we get into February, they're crushing it. It's only getting better. The depth is what really brings you in. It's this. You can go as far as you want with them or hold back. And either way, it's up to you. You push the gas. Wow. Because you have this. This is a ship. This is that Leviathan energy. They are tapped into the universe. Like people say, the ebb and flow of the universe. And they go, yes. And when they say yes, they're saying yes. Like they know what's happened. They have connection. They're not holding a sword. They're not holding a staff. They're holding the rod. Like they know. Devil in the details. There's stuff that they do or say. There's things that happen with your connection. You guys are there. I talk about this all the time. One. Right? Because you're asking about the future. This is your here and now. I'm sorry, your emotions. Adjusting to your heart to your here and now. But this is the one. And hey, you haven't got physical with them yet. Like I can tell you haven't been physical. You want to. Oh, you definitely want to be physical. This is Curiosity Kid. That's what's super curious. You're like, what would it be like to lay down with them, to cuddle, watch a movie? That's what you have asked. That's what you really want to know. Are they as attracted to me as I am? Yes, yes, and yes. 100% equality. Yes. They're hold back. They are. This is almost like you see the pentacle here. That's this. Like this could happen quicker than you want it to. You have control. You're the stopgap. Reality is this school worker situation, this gray area. We're gonna have to figure out what that is. I think they make money. I wanted to say this was you, but this pentacle with the pentagram, don't panic. But it's facing the same direction as this. It's basically saying we have access to that ethereal energy of the universe. Or they have access to the universe. They trust in the universe. This feels like they have two jobs, or they have another job, or they're killing it at the other job. They're doing great. But that's interesting. They definitely want you. Like they're very attracted to you. I think you're attracted to each other, but you say nothing. This is your emotions. You're like, I want to say so much, but you won't. Because you see how there's one cup here? This is when it gets really fascinating, everybody. Look, mid-deck full. Aquarian energy, or it has that like I want to move on. There's the Taurus energy, just so you know. So I'm going to just give you a quick rundown. So we have Taurus, we have a little bit of fire, we have Leo energy, we have the Aries energy, but this is more timeline, so I'm not going to lock in, but it's Emperor energy. It's you saying, will I be in my Empress mode by the spring? Universe is locked in, yes, past life. Aquarian, truth seeker kind of comes in and says, yeah, you moved on from whatever doesn't serve you. But on this person's mind, it's either truth or Aquarian energy. And that has popped up more than once for you. And that's what it's showing me, because we've had it here multiple times, here and here. Queen of Cups. There's obviously like Cancer energy or Cancerian energy that's in between this connection, or in between their connection from their ascent. You're here and there's a Cancer energy. Interesting. It feels like there might be another person who's holding back feelings too. Is there someone else who might be also interested in them? Just so you know, look, past life. Wow. we're gonna pull on this. Let me pull for communication deck here for you. I'm curious because this other person is kind of in between, because your co-workers, there's another person who takes up time from them. Just so you know, look, intuition tells you you're right. You've been thinking about this. I think someone else is talking to them. They're just talking to them, but they're not talking the same, because we have Queen of Cups, King of Cups. They're not in alignment. You are in alignment. They're not in alignment, but you feel someone else is trying to steal them. Is the best way to put it. See, they want to take action, but they can't because they're moving towards you. They are invested in the universe. They're invested in you. Message seeker, message. You're getting this message that they're there. You're talking about December energy. Here it is. You might actually become physical with them by December. This is not to become physical with them. This is not to say, hey, I have to become physical because of this person. The universe is testing, is this a real connection or not? And it is. That's Gemini lover energy right there. They think about you. When this person tries to talk to them, they think about you. When anyone talks to them, they compare them to you. That's what's happening. Just so you know, this is on the basis of the foundation of Taurus life lesson energy. That's what this comes in as. You are a life lesson to them. You're not necessarily a mystery, but you are an enigma. And the gray area of the co-worker situationship, you're both very happy to be working together. The angels have put you together. There's no joke. This is not wow, what a coincidence. No, this could honestly end up in a baby. This could end up in a long term. This could be you could end up being married to them with a child. King of Swords energy. This is them. I feel like this is that mismatch of energy, or this is the Gemini, this is the Aquarian, the Truth Seeker, this is the Sword, this is them saying they want the truth, they want to offer love, they want to offer a relationship, but because they're trying to have that deep conversation with you, there's this physicality. Maybe this is even moving to a new house, new home, new location, maybe moving in with you. Maybe you feel that, but you also feel this love. You have their cup of love. Look, you have their ace. You have their ace of swords. Look at this. Wow. You're stacking the entire deck in your favor. You're like, I want to be 100% sure. Can I be 1,000% sure? Is 100,000% too much sure, Miss K? You're like, can I be 1,000% super sure? Can I be their partner in crime at every level? Yes, and yes. Because this might even be you who's holding back your feelings. That's what this is telling me. They might be cracking your cup open saying, tell me. No, or maybe that's what it is. Maybe your cup's becoming overfull and you're like, I have to tell him how I really, really feel. Is that what that is? Yes. There's other people who are interested in him. I think you know that. You're not that oblivious, but there's people who are interested. That's what's happening. Sun energy. Very intriguing. So it's all about heartbreak. It's all about the heartbreak. It's getting through this heartbreak, this muck. But you're causing heartbreak to each other because you're not getting that moment of clarity. But this is coming in, and it's all because of coworker. Because you're navigating this weird coworker vibe. Because we're in this weird world. Let's be honest with each other, right? How sexy is some of those books? Let's be very let's take a moment and fan the flames for a moment. Not just for you, Miss K, but yes, also you. But how, those romantic novels, those erotic novels, right? The coworker comes in. There's no one at work. Lights go dim. I've been thinking about you. That moment, that comes real. But let's flip the script. They have no interest in you. Hey, I've been thinking about you. I don't like you, but I've been thinking about you. That's when it gets, that's what I'm saying. It gets a little, but this is not, this is novel based. You guys are like click, 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 but there's someone or something that won't give. And I think someone's not telling their feelings. Someone will not unlock their feelings. So we're heading into heartbreak by February, April. I think you have no other choice but to exist. I think when you're around them, you just exist. There's no other way. The energy is just too real. It's too pure when you get into that deep conversation with them, but you're not saying, hey, let me tell you everything. Let me give you everything I feel. I think they tell you more than you tell them. That's the truth. I think that's what I'm seeing here. And I think we're trying to get to that point where, how many of you guys are familiar with I think I call it the fearful avoidant. I was actually telling, I study all of this stuff, guys. I find it fascinating, and I also find it helpful to be an informed person in the world. Is fascinating, right? Because you can have anxious attachment, fearful avoidant. How many of you heard of any of these terms? But fearful avoidant is someone, hey, says, I'm in love with you, but I'm gonna run away because it's too much. Like you're way too intense for me, but I love you. I don't want you to save me. I want to be on my own. That energy. And that's why zodiac and numerology, or even the spiritual archetypes play a role when I start talking about your light bringer or your soul star seed or all of that, because I don't even get into some of that rainbow energy. It's fascinating, but I see that stuff in here, and this person's meant for you, and you see it all the time, but what you're going to walk away from and go, I'm going to keep doing the same thing. Like, right? You're going to keep doing the same thing. Let's be honest, Miss Kay. Because there's fearful avoidant energy, and this is either you or them, but it's going to continue because we have to work through that. And that's when that works through it. And when you work through it, we feel that energy, right? We work through it. The list is wide open. I'll be on for like another half hour, 45 minutes. I'm just, and so that's all it is. So, yeah. So the scare off is not happening. I like I said, you feel it, you know it. It's very, oh man, I was just told schoolboy. It's like schoolboy. It's very, this is going to be written somewhere at some point. Like, this is going to be like, wow, let's tell this story, because it's fascinating and it's also real. Like it's unlike, let's say someone else walks in your room. That's what they're showing me. So when someone else walks in your room, you're like, hey, what's up? What's up? Hey, how? Hey, what? And when they come in, it's like, whoomp, your energy goes through, it just jumps the roof. It just jumps, right? When they come in, it just jumps, it elevates. That's a sign. They're not doing anything. They're just existing. And that's the same for you. When you come in, but you keep it there. Just keep it nice and calm. So, and just keep being you. This is going to elevate. You see the matches. You know? Happy Thanksgiving, right? Amazing. But yeah, guys, I'll be back on later tonight. I know I might not get to everyone today, and I'll probably be back on a little later tonight. I don't know what time I'm going to be back, because I'm going to go hang out with family, but I'll just hop back on whenever I'm back late. And if you got to read, even you, Miss K, even if you guys got to read, hop back on later if you're around. Don't assume like you won't get read again. Let the universe decide. And that's kind of what I've been doing this morning, and just kind of grabbing some people from the queue. And we're back at the queue here, and I'm going to grab a couple more people. But I'll definitely pick one more person from the queue for random. So if you're here and you're hanging out, there will be at least one more reading. So I'm going to grab two right now. So if Sabine, or I think Just Call Me Hen is here. You just made some noise. I just saw that. Sabine Marie, 0. How are you guys? But if you guys are here, let me know. Make some noise. But I'll probably be back on later tonight, and then rattle some cages. I love that you guys are here. I love you guys are all part of this. It's so fun. Yeah. So even if it I know the time schedules, and this is what I'll be doing when I go full time. Like, you'll catch me on the morning, and then you might be able to catch me at night. And it might be even like twice. And then during the day, I'll record a little bit, and then that's what it'll be. Not every day, but it'll be something like this. How cool is that? I do appreciate you for all being here. All right, 2 and 6 it is. And you do not need to tip, and that's why I was very blunt in my title today. I said it's free. If you want to jump ahead, you can, but like I said, I'm trying to make it so you don't have to. I'll be back later on. So just set the notification bell, set it to all, and be like, perfect. Share the channel. Get your best friend on here later. And be like, hey, I know he's going to come back. I'm like, he'll be back on. And so I will. I'll come back on later on. And this is my way to say, hey, it's 2-year anniversary for me. This is more important. Not the number, none of that. I swear, it sounds crazy, but the 100,000 is not even, it's this. It's taking a moment. I take a moment to self-regulate and go, am I appreciative? Am I? And I am appreciative of you guys hanging out with me and being able to read. Have a gift like this? Come on. Like, I don't use it for anything but good. And that's what I do. And I try to be as accurate as I possibly can. Sabine, how are you? What do you have? Do you have a question? Do you have a question you want to ask? Or you have a question now that you've been sitting here going, oh, hold on, I see it now. Sorry, I see it. My bad. It just popped. All right, well, I get inheritance soon, so I can move into my own place instead of the couch crashing. Oh, man. Oh, wow. All right, let's take a look. I got it. Look at this. This does not look bad, but it's more like soul energy, so spiritual energy. Empress energy is Queen of Queens. It's emotional. I feel like you're expecting it. This is birthing that, like, you know it's coming kind of thing, right? You don't have to tell me anything. It's going to be slow moving. I'm going to tell you this. This is not fast moving energy. Logically, you know it's slow. You know it's owed to you, but not just from this lifetime, past lifetimes. When I say this, think of it like you lost a fleet of sheep. A fleet of ships when you lost a flock of sheep. Now you know I'm rushing. But the truth is, you've lost one of two things in that past life, and you said, this isn't fair. God damn you, God, right? And you were so mad. And the universe, or whatever it is saying, well, in this lifetime, no matter who you worship or what you do, you're getting it back. And it's going to come back in. It won't come back in because you decide you want it. And you're not coming back in because you're going to dictate it comes in. And I'm being very forceful on this because the universe says it's due to you. You're not wrong. You are absolutely right. You're sitting in a very pretty position. And you know it's coming in. The universe says, look, let's be thankful that we're getting it, not expect it. And that's the change. Right? That's like I don't even think about money ever. And I try to never think about money. And I know you need it. It's like, you're telling me, look, it's the gratefulness. I'm telling you, I know what I see in the cards. You have to trust me on this. That's Hierophant. That's King of Pentacles energy. You want to be the wise investor, the one who that's what's going to end up happening. Yes. But how do we get there? No one's saving you because you're sitting there saying, what about me? What about me? And we'll pull on this person with the blue cloak. What about me? Right? Taurus energy, May 1st. May 1st. I think it's May 1st. May 1st to the 10th. Yes. Look. So that money will come in and it will grow conduit. It comes in this way. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. However, it's not fast moving. It's not like it's tonight. Like, that's not how I see it. It triggered at least on 11/23, which is Sag season. It's in effect. So it's probably going to happen before December 25th. But you can see the money's here. You're not wrong. Like, it's a notification saying the universe says, but it's that mindset. Be thankful and understand why it's coming in. It's not this lifetime. I know it sounds like it's super easy to just tag and go, bang, I got it. Inheritance, got it. It's past life owed energy. This is an Akashic card. I'm telling you. I know what I'm talking about. Akashic owed energy saying, hey, wow, what if I did lose like 500 ships in some weird war? Or what if somebody tricked me, like my best friend tricked me and sold me out to the enemy, and I lost some stuff. I'm telling you, it's the moment you had no control in the last life, and it's happiness in this life. That's the beauty of this. But what you do with this wealth in this life, what you do with that money that comes in, and you say, okay, now I have it. What would I have done as a shipper, as an importer exporter, as someone who had made money, as someone who had ran like a successful business in the past life? What would I do with this new pile of cash? Because it wouldn't be buy a TV. It wouldn't be all those short-lived things that depreciate. Whatever this is, it's building something big. And I feel like it's happiness, it's abundance. It's the word abundance comes along with that pile of money, because you're moving on, you're looking at truth. Because if you start looking now, saying, hey, I know this amount of money is coming in, because we have 6, 7, sorry everybody, 4, right? So 674, whatever that, it could be part of that process, but it's not fast moving until we lock into how you're going to use that money, lock into what you're going to do with it. I know it's like, I need a house, I need this, but imagine you could keep couch surfing and invest that money into something that's going to triple or quadruple. Imagine that. I know it sounds crazy, but just hear me out. But take that money and you could couch surf for a little while and just put that money to work. And all of a sudden it's paying you 10% back. And every week you get 10% back on that same money. How fast would that pay you back? That's what the universe says. It's teaching you about having nothing to having everything. What's the lesson in this? It's you. You can't see that because this is past life energy that comes in. This is the universe saying, be in love with the fact that this is coming in. I'm grateful for the fact that you already see it. I don't have to convince you of that. That's awesome. Because a lot of times people are like, wait. I'm like, no. We're on the same page. You know it's coming. It is happening. It's why you're having it, what you're getting it for. And I'm not trying to dismiss this lifetime of who you lost. That's also here, but this is bigger. It's 3 cups deep, I'm telling you. When we start going into that energy and we start looking at the 5 cups, there's a bridge here. It's getting you to this home you own, right? This is the beginning of like the rest of your life. This is not the moment of you saying, hey, I have this. This is the beginning of whatever this is. That's the 2 of Wands. That's the beginning officially. of the Wands cards for me, because the Ace of Wands is being handed by the divine. We already know that. We're beyond that. It's creative energy. What do you do with that? Right? Take a little bit here, a little bit there, spread it out. There's the Ace of Wands. How about that? How funny is that? But you took this Ace of Wands by the universe's hand and saying, hey, I'm going to make this happen. Now what do? Not everyone gets this luxury. And I'm going to be honest and use the word luxury, because this is the conduit. This is coming in from past, present, future. And it comes in telling us, it's communicating with you, telling you, notification. Now what do? If we're looking for timelines for Pentacles, this is January. This is January 10th, unfortunately. But this comes in with, I don't know, unless this has been going on longer, like 6 to 7 months. Because I feel like this has been a long journey right here. And we're sitting there, and I feel it with you. Look, it's heartbreak. There's the Three of Swords. I felt the heartbreak coming in. Because it's really dismissive to be like, hey, that doesn't matter. And I know your soul's like, it does matter. Because you lost that person, but the person who has passed is now on the other side. Think of him as an ally, right? As a secret agent. Lock into that Empress energy, because we pulled the Empress first for a reason. Queen of Queens. Boss of Bosses. Gemini lover energy. You're in that mode of finding, and it won't let me pull another card. Let me try one more time. It's locked them out. Yeah, see, it's really fighting me. See, it's fighting me. It's telling me I think you have what you have, but the reality is it's coming. But it's gonna come in. It's gonna say start planning now. It's gonna sound a little crazy as you're couch surfing, because you know about the amount of monies, but take those little piles of imaginary money right now and then live in that moment. Say, when this comes in, this is what I'm doing. And then do not change that plan. The universe is waiting for you to make that plan. That's what's going down, really. And watch what happens. But it comes in January, and the plan's set in place. Get a piece of paper out. Start making a list. What can I do? How can I make that money make money for me? And I'm talking from a place of understanding. Trust me, I invest. So I'm talking about making that money, like dividends, right? You ever hear of dividends? Make money to make money. And if the money makes more money, eventually it's making you your own money, and it's like a little wealth engine, like a wealth generating engine. How cool is that? No more couch surfing for you. Yeah. Yes. Oh, I get it. I know the couch surfing is so hard, and I know it won't last long, but handing rent over to a landlord is going to be like, damn, this money can make money. And that's what it's going to be for you. It's going to be minimizing your costs. Because this money that comes in, the universe says, I'm giving you this lump sum of a chance to do something, to make this life a multi-millionaire lifestyle, right? What do? And I'm not kidding you. I'm being serious. This is like, you've lost a fleet of ships in the last life. We're going to be very blunt and simple on that. And then what do you do with this life? You take that money, which doesn't quite equate to the same amount, but it will in this lifetime. You can make it worth more than those fleet of ships. You are not couch surfing. There we go. The laundromat is a great investment. That is a great investment. I love that. I love that. Yeah, but you see, you have motivation. That right there, the no more couch surfing. That's a driver, right? Isn't that a driver for you, Sabine? Right? No more couch surfing. You're like, damn, I'm done. And that, like, most people don't even know that. Like, what are you talking about? And you're like, you don't know the life of that, how that feels. And you're like, that's, the universe says, yes. Yes. That moment of like, it's like loss. It's like you had that same feeling in other lifetimes. And that's aligning. Synchronicities are aligning. Money's coming in. That, like, nobody gets inheritances like you're gonna get, and you're gonna turn it into something that's gonna make you money. This is a very spiritual moment, I'm promising you. All right, let me keep going. Just call me Hen. Thank you for being here. As always, do not forget to like the channel. It's super easy to do. Hit that thumbs up when you guys come in here. Make it a habit. Hit the thumbs up as you come in, especially if you get a reading. Like, come on. And don't forget to leave a comment. If you come back and rewatch it, leave a comment. It's super helpful, and it makes me understand that you guys came back and rewatched it, what you found in the rewatch, right? Because a lot of these readings will resonate with many of you. And then you'll come back, and I can tell you rewatch it just by the view count. It goes crazy. So some of these lives I've had like 4,000 views on, which is nuts. But so it's definitely there. So if you come back and rewatch it, let me know. Leave a comment that you've come back and seen the video, or if you come back and seen someone else's video, or you watch this by chance. or if any of these videos have resonated with you, like what, like I'm going through something similar because the universe is pulling you into this. So let's do this. I'm going to be back later tonight. I promise you guys, I really do. But I have to get ready here in a few minutes. I'm going to pull 2 more people, make it nice and easy. If you have a chance to get on here, do yourselves a favor, ! Join. But I will definitely be back later on tonight, and I'm going to try to piggyback off Ethereal, so then Ethereal can go live after that. How fun will that be? Get Lucy. Get Lucy. Oh, there's a lot of new people here. There's a lot of new people here. There's a lot. Oh, so if you're not going live tonight, yeah, so I don't know. Maybe I'll just kind of, I'll do my thing. I'll see what happens. Maybe I'll do some, like, deep tarot later tonight. Maybe I'll, like, turn the lights down a little bit. So, let me see here. No, I get it. So I'm definitely going to be back tonight. Let me do this. Let me not change the order. I get it. So we have Hen here. Hen, how are you? Hen says they liked it twice. I love that. I love that. I think Hen is one of the people. X1 and 5. Here we go. And then I'll pull. So join the queue here. Let's do this. I'll get we'll get one more person after this. So put the mojo out there. So, but I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you, Ethereal. I appreciate you for being here, hanging out with me. I really do. I know Red Dusk is doing some stuff, dealing with some things, and I appreciate them for being part of the channel. Antonella is away. It's like, it's really interesting, right? Tasia's doing their thing in school. And so I'm like, what do I do? Do I get more moderators? Do I have to expand a little quicker than expected? And it's not bad. I actually love the idea. And let's talk about Ethereal. Almost at 1,000 subscribers. Are you kidding me? Come on. Like, super impressive. Like, come on. That's awesome. All right, let's do this. Hen, should I hit the pause button that I planned for next year? Dex 1 to 5. Very simple, right? And then, so we'll grab somebody else after this, and then we'll keep going. We'll just keep reading for a moment. But, let's see. Do you have to hit the pause button? I don't know. I don't think so. Ooh. You're looking into something. It's walking away from get rid of the things that aren't working. Like, get rid of the things that don't work. A lot of emotions here. I don't know if it's creativity, but this pentacle is sitting there. So it's having me pull a little differently for you, but the choice has been made. You're already there. I don't know about walking away from it. But you're definitely looking at it. Like, you're definitely looking at walking away. The pause would be the beginning of a walking away, choosing something else. Yeah, I think something else is creeping in. Whoa. And what are you looking at here? Curiosity Kid, you have a lot on your mind. You have a secondary option here coming in. That's what it is. Whoa. The intuition, like your intuitional messenger comes in with like, kind of like, let's figure this out. I'm questioning if you have connected to something higher. Like, you're really wondering. This is going deep. Oh man, how do I say this without getting too tongue-tied? I really believe you're walking away from something and making a commitment to the change. This is change energy. You're being driven by the universal force, the universal forces of the divine. You're being directed. Like, there is only one choice. That's what you're going towards. I think if you were going to pause this, it would have been done in September or August. I think whatever that is. Because December is going to come in and show you something, like saying you can't pause now. Look, it's Libra justice energy. You're close to getting towards the end of something. That's what this is. That's the moment you're being tested. As you make the ascent, right, to the summit of your life lesson here, it gets harder. It gets more difficult, right? We're at the very foot of the mountain. Then we go up to base camp 1. And then we're like, hey, should I kind of wait? And we do this. Everyone does this, right? They take on a new hobby. You know, hey, I'm taking martial arts. Awesome. You know, what belt? You know, I got the base camp 1. I'm an orange belt or whatever. How, you still doing it? I went to, I'm close. I got to, I'm up to the whatever. I got a brown belt. Great. I got to keep going. I had to take a break. And they could have got to the top and they had to take a break. And so do they ever go back to it? Maybe. But what happens is they slide back down. Do they forget the skills? Not really, but it's the moment of saying, hey, this wasn't for me. This wasn't my choice. There was a better choice. Justice, logic, that's a lot of air sign. You're doing a lot of research, a lot of intellectual research. Swords are knowledge. Swords are showing us. Cups are feelings. Cups are feelings. Cups are feelings. The universe is playing a role here telling you, hey, you might have to really kind of reconsider why you didn't stop earlier and why you kept going, because that's the reason. This is a moment of clarity saying you have decided to keep going. Why did you keep going? It's mirroring your decisions. The pause is not for it's not for anyone else to decide. I could tell you pause, but it looks like you're walking away from some other stuff. What are the things that are really causing you to want to walk away or pause? Like, those are the things that are really there, because this is a moneymaker. This is a creative moneymaker. You started this for an intention. That one intention. Why did you start this? Because this pause isn't the reason. You didn't say, hey, I want to do this and then pause. That was not, no one does that. No one says, let me do this and pause. How are you going to finish this life lesson if you pause? Is it not making you happy anymore? Yeah, I'm telling you, I think someone's causing problems here. Look, like, that's the thing. And that's why I'm going to show you guys what I'm seeing. See how we're walking away from these cups? Those people who are no longer helpful, I'm going to use the word helpful. The angels are telling you it's okay. Give them no power, Hen. Why are we walking away? I'm going to go back to chat for just a second, because what I'm seeing is it's telling you, no, you do not pause. Do not pause. But those people who are trying to cause you to think you should pause, those are the people you pause from. Hey, I'm going to take a break from you. Why? Just for a reason. And watch what happens to you. So that's it. And so there's people out there who are not influential and not positive. I'm telling you, right? Me, right? Us. I'm not a walk away from my cup kind of person. I'm like hit play. This is moneymaker. Like, you'll make money from this idea. Like, the angels are telling you, this is an angelic card. This is a Akashic record. This is not even meant to make you money, but because this is for you. This is FU world. I'm doing this for me. This will make money, right? And this is not about making money, but it just will make money. Why are we pausing? No motivation, no drive, no spark. I'm telling you, the universe is telling you it's there. So you can end it if you want and go do something else, create something else brand new if you have another desire, but don't do nothing. That is not the answer. Saying I'm pausing and then what are you going to do? Nothing. I'm just going to hang out. I'm going to watch, CSI. Nope. Hey, nope. I'm going to tell you, I'm warning you. I wouldn't do that. That would become there's one pentacle sitting here remaining. The more you pause, and it's okay to take a pause. Like, I'm just saying, social media, whatever this is, whenever you guys pause from anything, and I'm not afraid to walk away from the channel for a few days, but when you guys pause, it's for you. You operate on you. Principle you. Because whatever this is, whatever the reason is, the spark left you. Why did it leave you? What happened? Find that again, because that's the creative spark. This is 8 wands here. It started with 1. The Ace of Wands. It's sitting on top of the Emperor. This is bold. I'm doing this. You don't need me to tell you to pause. Like, you've already started to pause. Like, it's September energy. Or I want to say this is September, October energy. And there is January. This is literally, you have this moment of, am I done? September to January. There's that moment of pause. and there's so much on your mind and saying, that's your pause. Whatever you're doing now, pausing, waiting, this is your pause. But by January, you're full blown going again. And those people who are kind of like fighting you to get going again, those people, and I'm going to tell you, this is for Hen, this is just for you. There's people who told me to stop doing this channel. They told me, like, I was a year into it, and they're like, hey, you should stop doing that. That's taking up a lot of time. And I said, bye-bye. I said, you have no idea what I'm doing. Really? But what does that concentrate on me? I'm telling you, that's an excuse. That concentrate on me is an excuse. I'm being honest. I'm being blunt with you because that's just the makeup. That's a lie. That concentrate on me. What is that? That's just I don't want to do this. It's a lot of work. And it's a lot of work. And I'm tired from doing it. That's what this is. I can see the card. You have to understand. I see your cards. Like I see what's in here, right? You know that, right? like you can BS a friend, but you can't BS me. So this is a change. This will change you forever. If you keep going, you're changed. And you're sitting here going, I don't know if I want to change. That's the answer to this question. And right now you're saying, I don't think I want to change. I'd rather stay the old version of me. And that's okay. That's your choice. No one's making you change. But I'm going to tell you, at least be honest with yourself, saying, look, that path wasn't for me. I'm looking for something else. And that's okay, because you're looking for a different path. But there's people in here who have tried to distract you. And do not let those people be the ones who brought you down. Really. Because they have their own agendas. I'm going to tell you, people have their own agendas out there. They won't tell you. But if you're asking my opinion to pause, I'm telling you no. No, do not pause. It's actually a very bad idea. A very, very bad idea to pause. I could say you could slow things down until January and let people know and do whatever you're doing. Say, look, I'm not going to work as difficult, but in January, I'm going to kick it back up again. I'm going to kick it back up. I'm giving myself a little bit of a breather, but I'm not stopping. So, if you don't like the answer or the answer doesn't resonate with you, let me know. But I'm going to tell you that's what the cards are telling me. But I know you're in an internal conflict with this. This is like no way you're not. With the Nine of Swords, you're absolutely internally conflicted. And you're looking for the answer from the universe, saying, please tell me, what do I do? And that's what it's being told to you. But you want the easy way out on this. And the universe says, no, that's not how life lessons work. One foot after the other. It's like, keep going. And then as you keep going, it gets easier. So, I'm behind you. I'm behind you. Fear is that locking mechanism, I think, that stabilizes us. It's like, I'll do this. And like I said, I tell people all the time, stay in that vibration. I know people all the time that stay in vibrations. And that's all it is. And people do that, and they try to say, they try to make up an excuse, and I love that. They say, I'm gonna do me or whatever. And I'm not saying you personally here, but they use that. Think of how many times you had someone say, I'm gonna do me. It's like, what does that mean? And then you ask them, say, hey, tell me, what does that mean? Well, no, tell me. I want to know. Explain. And then that's how you get that deep conversation going. Because there's an unseen influence at play. We see it, you see it, I see it every single day. And that truth that you know to be real, reshapes you. And it shapes that entire narrative that you're trying to say, I don't know if I want this. It's going to be tough. It's going to be good for me. It's going to be tough. And there's a little past life residue that hides inside these cards. And it's like, and you ask me, you want me to give you the truth. I can't lie to you because the soul memory is there. It's surfacing. And you'll feel bad about yourself by pausing. And we're going to call it what it is, quitting. That's all it is. But I won't let you quit. Not on my watch. So you can call it pause. If this is pause, then yes, pause. We'll pause till January of this year, of January 26th, sorry. And then you're back on it. That's what the universe says, no joke. And it's not a bad thing, but but make it verbally known. Say, I'll be back. I'll be doing this. I'm telling you guys, I'll be back later on tonight. I do appreciate you guys for being a subscriber, for being a member, for taking time for hanging out with me this morning. As always, I'm going to pick one more, and then I have to get going here. I have to get myself ready for my own Thanksgiving family feast. So, but I do appreciate you for being part of the channel. If you're around, set your notification bell, set it to all. I'll be back later tonight. I'm gonna guess 6 or 7 Eastern time, but who knows. And I appreciate you guys for being part of the channel, and I do appreciate you for being here. And I'm not even looking for money. I'm just looking for you guys to enjoy the energy, and let's be deep, let's be grateful. And I'm grateful for you guys being here. But I'll be your +1 to the dance. You know what I'm saying? I'm always your +1. All right, my friends, let's go random one more time. We have a whole bunch of people in the queue here waiting, and I do appreciate you for being here and hanging out with me. So let's see who the universe wants or needs to be read. Brian BLT Turner, is that what it is? Is it BLT? BLT, you're 23. What do my guys want me to know for the greatest and highest good? Let me know. Let's see. Don't leave yet. Don't leave yet, because if someone's not here, I'm going to pick another person. Yeah. And I got your back. So just hang out a few more minutes. I do got you guys. I appreciate you for being here. I'll be back in a few hours. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But yeah, I'll be back in a few hours. And I'm just letting the universe decide. I'm just letting the universe decide what's happening. But literally, I'll sign off and I'll just come back and I'll kick it back on. I might even just call it part 2. Part 2. All right, Brian, let's pick a deck here. Pick 2 decks or 1 deck, whatever you need to do. I appreciate you for taking your time, for hanging out with me. It is Thanksgiving here in the United States, so it is officially a holiday for us here. So I have to take time and go hang out with some family and stuff in actually about an hour. So I have to sign off here in a moment, and then I'll be back. I'll be back after I'm done hanging out and try to make this appreciative, like, because this is my 2-year anniversary. So it's one of those things I go, whoa. And when I got the notification on my phone, it really hit me. My phone, YouTube sent me, like, as a creator, said, hey, it's your 2-year anniversary. I was like, God damn, bro, that's crazy. That's crazy. Isn't that crazy? So crazy. I remember telling people, friends, I was like, I'm gonna, I'll have 100,000. And they're like, really? You think? Like, I said, I know. I see it. I said, I saw the number. I saw the subscriber thing, and I saw it, like, in my mind's eye is the best way to put it. And I saw it at 100,000, and it's really fascinating to say, like, you see these things ahead of time, and it's like, I'm not trying to, trust me, I saw other stuff not work. I'm like, ugh, like, buying stocks. I'm like, I want them to work. Hopium. Like, this will work. I know. So that's why I'm hoping you guys are enjoying the content, because it's fun to be part of this. It's fun to be part of whatever the universe is teaching me as I grow, as I build. I'm opening my world to you, and that's why Cosmic Codex is there, Beyond the Veil. Take a look at him. Just listen to him one time and say, what? It's just me doing me, sharing that energy with you guys, saying, hey, I'm looking to explore some stuff. And I take time to be very genuine as an educator, as a teacher, college teacher, college professor, taking that moment and saying, let me explore all of this, right? Or even taking time when I'm teaching even the 3rd graders, saying, hey, what is this? They're like, I don't know. I'm like, neither do I, but let's find it out, right? Let's all look together. This is for you. Highest good energy, Brian. This is for you. And then we're going to take a time here. I got to bounce. But I do appreciate you guys for being here. As always, thank you. Do not forget to like, share the channel. Let's grow it. Let's build it. Let's have some fun. Let's have some fun with this. But I'll be back later on tonight. I'll be back in a few hours. Set that notification bell. And Brian, this is for you. Wow. Interesting. This is getting into it, but this is getting into you. This is your highest good, is like you explore you. I love this card in this position, in this direction. That 8 is obviously universal energy. It's moon energy. It's the hidden. It's the unknown. It's that what don't you know? What don't you see? King of Pentacles. I think you have wise investments coming in, not only money. That's a piece. Think of yourself as a whole pie, right? And you have that small piece of the pie, investments, spiritual, love, right? And as you look at career and you start looking at it, this is the universe saying you have all of these things we have never even thought to explore. And a spiritual lens, right? Let's put on the spiritual goggles. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. As we start looking, that's the moment we're getting into that, saying you are exploring through truth, through the lens of truth, through the highest truth, through the starseed energy, saying I came here with a higher good. a higher principle, a higher reasoning for being here. That's why you came here. It wasn't because you were fearful of anything. This moment comes in saying, if you came in for anything, it was just because you need to learn the whole package. What you were brought here for. Why did you come in here? It's loving without boundaries. It's detachment without the no indifference, right? Saying, hey, I'm not doing this. It's modulation of energy, as it would be. And as I look through in the first 3 cards, it's a sensitivity, emotional sensitivity. You coming in to have stillness. You have the ability to amplify a signal. And that's the investment that you're doing, saying, what if I put my energy into, right? And it kind of null and voids that shadow energy, like that the light work comes partly what it is. So if I want to put my work, or you want to put your work, or we want to put our energy into anything, Brian, what you're figuring out is like if you're regulating or putting that work into your heart, romance lights up. But then something else seemingly suffers. It doesn't have to be that way. But the universe says it feels like we have to focus on one thing. What if we focused our light, we pulled it back and we focused it more on everything? We pulled the light out and we said, let's take a look at everything. The injustice here is we can't control everything, but we do have assistance. We have friends, we have spiritual guides, we have angels. We have the angelic touch. You have the principle of the universe on your side. We have balance, but you also have the ability to work on yourself. This is not something you can do right now, but this is something you will be able to do. Manifest 8, 9 levels deep, right? I'm manifesting this, I'm manifesting that, I'm manifesting this, and that. People say, oh no, you can't do that. You're going to be able to not only tell them you do it, you're going to be able to prove that you do it. You're a multi-level manifester. That multi-level manifester gives you the chance to show, hey, when you're regulating and not letting worry take over or fear take over or the shadows rule whatever parts of your life that you want it to rule, you're going to regulate that reflective energy, saying it's like a node, essentially, right? Kicking back energy, saying, I'm learning to be the deeper version of myself. Look at the king energy coming in, angelic king as it would be. What it's telling us is the depth that you come into or that you end up with is the depth that you decided. Like, not what you ended up with, it's what you decided, saying, I want to be the deepest, most powerful version of myself that's truth seeking. And by doing that, I set the boundaries unlimited, right? By the universe's guidelines. And I'm talking with the angels, by your spirit guides. That's the big difference. Because when you're starting to love without boundary, it becomes leakage, and it can be a little bit weird and scary, but you're working on yourself. So when you're having the 3 kings start showing up, it becomes very obvious that you're starting to build a multi-manifesting goal here. But how do we stay on track? By December, you're having at least minimum of 2 manifestations in progress, right? And you don't have to do anything than other believe in yourself that these are happening. And then align yourself in that frequency saying, I know they're happening. And that silence, you don't have to give anybody lip service. That just maintain silence, because that's going to contain way more data than speech, right? And that's what's fascinating, because each of these cards has their own power. Like, this is angelic touch, angelic. But by bringing this out, it's that curiosity kid saying, what if? How come? What about? By bringing this energy in here, it teaches you that you have the ability to kind of speak to the universe. You never need a tarot reader. You never need to go to an oracle. You don't have to go find somebody. But coming here is fun, and we do appreciate you, and I appreciate you being here. But the minute you figure that out, it's the body is receiving truth before the mind does. And it's like something feels different. And then that's why we get into this card being reversed, right? And that's the darkness of this emotions playing a big part here. Getting back to something you wanted. What's about something you ever wanted? Like, think about when the first car you ever dreamt about getting, right? Oh, I wish I had this. That's an easy get. Because the first car that you probably wanted now is super cheap, and because you ever wanted it, nobody's going to really care. And you're going to be like, I made this happen. And you don't have to tell anyone you manifested it. But that's one easy way to control what you're manifesting. But manifest, like, and it doesn't, and most of us say, I want the biggest, best of, no. This is for you. This is a growth situation. And it's going to destabilize the identity which you have now learned to identify with before expanding it and saying, I am not that person. I can manifest. And as you start to create, and most of us say, I can manifest, you say, well, what did you manifest? And then we start to fall apart. This is that creation energy. This is that fertile creation energy. And I tell people, do not forget about the divine feminine. Nurture the divine feminine if you could, your own divine feminine, because that's the moment we look at every relationship as a mirror, not a destination. And when you start to find these other people, these other creations, or even find yourself and those other versions of you, that's when this starts to become really powerful. And it's not that we're trying to be different versions. It's we have to wear masks with different people. And that's when this nervous system prefers, let's be honest, it prefers to know suffering instead of the unknown freedom of life. Not anymore. Not anymore. Do you know what the Fool card is? It's the start of a brand new start, right? It's the beginning of something big, growth. It's that. And so that's what it is. It's expansion energy. 2 cards out here, heartbreak over travel, saying, do you want to be heartbroken, stay, or do you want to move on? And there's the big difference, because if something's not really for you, then move on. But you fell in love with something like the first car, whatever it was, it's something you fell in love with. It's super simple. And this is why a lot of toy collectors collect toys from their childhood, because it's easy. It's an easy manifestation. I just need one more of such and such, right? I need one more of this Pokemon, and I have it. And it's cute, but it's also a childhood thing. But it's also, right? It's also that moment where we're kind of coming back and saying it's Libra justice energy. It's the moment of clarity. Because what it's doing is it's a transition from one stage in our life to the next, where we can manifest and bring things into life. Saying, I've always wanted, but why? But why? What was that moment in your life that made you want this? That made you say you couldn't get it, right? And so when we got into that place of figuring it out and knowing why we went into the heartbreak, over realizing why we were in heartbreak or getting over the heartbreak, it was just us being satisfied. Think about all those things you chased in life, all those manifestations. And I'm talking physical for a second, but all those physical manifestations you've chased, and then you've got them, and then you forget about them. Because it satisfies something in the soul. It satisfies something that's unconscious. It's like something that you haven't been talking about, unfamiliar, right? That is really what it is. And then once we get into it, it's the creation energy of saying, hey, I know there's something out there. I don't understand it, and I'm trying to figure it out. The Aquarian, the 7 of Swords energy comes in and say, hey, I'm gonna win. Essentially, kind of not. I'm learning that not to win at all costs, but win with more knowledge, right? Figure it out. And that's this Empress energy. That's the Queen of Wands. That's the Empress energy coming in through the T-Stain Tarot. The wise investor is investing in yourself first. Expansion begins with you and only you. That's where the expansion begins. Everyone thinks that this other person out there is going to change their lives. If I can just meet so-and-so, if so-and-so will just message me. No, no, and no. That's not how it works. Nobody sets the tone for your existence, because then they can control and regulate your existence. You control that. Start by manifesting small, right? This is the moment, and you know you can manifest. We just have a hard time because there's so many things out there that hurt and painful, because we're carrying them over from past life, from different timelines, and we know those exist. Why am I going through the same cycle over and over and over and over? Messing with that nervous system of yours, throwing it off, right? That's the difference. As you go in here, you're trying to learn that, but that's Akashic energy. It's the visualization. It's really like looking at visualization. How many times have we heard people say, I visualized that house right there and I now own it? I did. I'll show you. I have a picture in my pocket, and now I own that house. And they've done it for years, right? It's the self-identity. It's maintaining yourself, not by the memory shifts. I said more by it's identity stabilization. Saying I'm realizing my creative process starts with me. My ability to will something into existence starts with me. By wanting something bad enough, it starts with me. That's what people love. They love that powerful. Anything is possible. Curiosity kid. You're in this moment of shifting. I'm going to say quantum shifting, possibly, just because the cards we see here and the moment we're seeing them and how I'm seeing them. It could be a quantum shift that's happening because we're heading back to something that you remember. And when I talk about this, I always talk about this, and you'll hear me mention this once in a while, but it feels like you're almost like you're remembering some part of yourself, and this is part of you. It's awakening right now that you have always ignored, that's been sitting right in front of you. You're like, if someone says, can you manifest? You go, yeah, but that's all you do. Instead of saying, how much can you manifest? Or what's the truth about your manifestations? What illusions have you created about these manifestations? And the universe is saying, let's explore this for half a second. Let's take a moment before I end and say, let's start a new journey for you. What are you becoming beneath these manifestations? What has happened? If you never had the ability to manifest, never manifested anything, and you know what they are, as I have a tear in my eye, it's the aspect, it's the shadow. What part of you that you said, hey, I'm kind of afraid to manifest everything. Because what happens once you start connecting to the universe is you can never stop connecting. But you're living that moment of the human experience, right? And that's the moment you fall in, I would say fall in love, but it's more than that. It's falling in that Gemini lover energy. It's that getting into the cycle, the 8, 9, 10s of swords. It's realizing that this stuff here, the heartbreak, has led to the evolution of your soul, of your existence, of your person. This is not you looking to be integrated to anyone else. This is you saying, my shadow self, come on, I'll give you a hug. Like, I got you. And the shadow self is fighting you. And you're like, no, let's do this. And that becomes part of your human experience. It dissolves all those false illusions. You can manifest multiple. Probably 8, 9, 10 manifestations at a time. Can you do it right now? Maybe not. But you're learning how to do it. That's the difference. It takes a very deep person who hides and doesn't give out their secrets to everybody. So what it's telling me to tell you is don't tell everyone, hey, I'm manifesting this, and this. Because when you do that, what happens? People will come in and start to pick apart those manifestations. Think of it like a little crop of seeds. You just put the seeds down, right? Dirt, water. But if someone comes over and says, oh, you're trying to grow watermelons? Watermelons make me sick, and they'll kick up your seeds. But if the watermelon's already grown, they come over and they go, did you just grow a bunch of watermelons? They start kicking a bunch of watermelons. It's going to be a different story. Right? And those watermelons can create more watermelons. So I guess my point is, 1, I'm hungry for Thanksgiving. 2, I think that the creation process happens because we allow it to happen. And we nurture it, protect it, and keep it really sacred to ourselves. And we don't try to force it. And that moment we align and awaken to that idea, we realize this is purposeful. And with that, I want to end this. I want to give you guys time to say thank you very much, to say I appreciate you guys for being here. As always, thank you for being part of the channel. And I will be back later on tonight. I will be back for more live content just like this. And there's more content coming out every single day. I finished all the Teaching Tarot. I redid all of it. So eventually it's all going to get remastered and put out. But I'm kind of putting it out slowly so I don't overwhelm you guys. So you're like, God damn you, Cosmic. Why are you putting out 40 videos? Because I love making content. I really do. But I'll be putting more Beyond the Veil. And now I can tell you without any hesitation, I'm ready to start working on that Cosmic's Corner. And I have a couple guests lined up where I'll talk to some people and get you guys in there. Thank you very, very much for being here. As always, I appreciate you guys for being here. Hit that notification bell, and I'll see you a few more hours from now. Thank you, guys. As always, be safe, and I'll see you in a little bit. Thank you, guys.